Hi, I'm Kim. This is part two of my adventures with, today I'm using Art Pro Pigments. Let's see if I can get the label. Art Pro Pigments. Great buy. I picked these up on Amazon. Got a really good deal on them. I'm just starting out and I wanted to work economically. And then the other product I'm getting you to use today for the first time, so happy about this, Stone Coat Countertops Clear Epoxy Coating. This is the craft coat. So I have equal parts of the A and the B here, and I'm going to mix them together by doing a high pour on them at the same time into the cup, and then I'm going to proceed to stir them, and I'm going to be mixing some of the epoxy with each of these pigments. And after I fill the other cups with the pigment, then I'll see if I'm gonna have to mix up another coat, because I will put clear resin down on the picture before applying the pigments. And that is one of the reasons I'm so excited to be working with the Stone Coats product, because so far everything I've worked with had a really fast set time. It was either 25 minutes or 40 minutes total, and that was a lot of pressure. It's trying to get everything into place in a hurry when you're learning was a little uncomfortable. And I heard about this Stone Coat product, and that it had a 2-hour window. That's a lot of play time. So I decided to give it a try. And then on the Art Coat Pigments for this part, what I did in part one was I took two different colors, this red and then steel. And it wasn't red. What was the name of that color? It was Art Pro Cabernet. I used Cabernet and steel, and I mixed them together with a toothpick to give that little extra galaxy scene. And then what I want to do now is I'm going to use a different end of the tongue depressor here. So now what I want to do is I'm going to apply some 4 different colors, but I want to make like a gassy wave and add some color to the dark matter. To the background spaces in there. I did get a little happy with the hologram glitter when I was did the first layer on these, and so I wouldn't mind mellowing that out a little bit. But I have 2 different practice palettes or 8x10s ready. Really what I'm trying to do is master the process, because this one, the third one, is my son and daughter-in-law's Christmas present. I'm a little behind. And I'm trying to get this finished up. And Socrates, let me address the cat. There we go. And now I have cat hair flying around the table, just what I wanted and didn't want. But anyway, moving along. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is start stirring this resin together. And there's a couple things I've learned about this. It's not to pick up the paddle, the tongue depressor or craft stick. Don't lift it up in the air and put it back down, because that just drives bubbles. It's really important to get the sides, but if you start working with resin, you're gonna notice on a two-part resin that you'll see what I call like lines of stratification, or you can just see cloudiness. Let's see. There's a cloudiness in there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, so what I do is I stir until they're clear. And I remember to go around and get my sides, and then I also try to scrape down at the bottom. So yeah, I keep picking the thing up, and I'm gonna end up having to burn off air bubbles, but that's okay. Another thing I've learned about avoiding bubbles is when I'm pouring the resin is to a higher pour with a thinner stream, that air bubbles pop as the resin goes down and hits the surface of the target. So I'm just going to keep stirring. And I need to straighten up my stick because I'm driving air down underneath. I like working with resin. I'm really excited to see what it's like to have this 2-hour window where I can play and manipulate the resin and see what's possible. We're starting to get there. Not as many lines. It's coming together. Go around the sides again. Same holds true with acrylic paint. It's real important to go around the sides and the bottom and make sure you're scraping so that everything is properly mixed. I'm going to do a paint pouring. Hopefully I can do one tonight, but we'll see. I'm so excited because you guys don't even know what I did with the paint. Let's just say I made a little bit of an investment, and I have every color of the rainbow, and every color if you started blending them together one by one or two by two. Oh, but I got a really good deal. So, and it's a medium that I haven't seen. I see some people working with satin enamel and interior house paints as a pillow coat for the bottom. But I haven't seen somebody work with just, because you use craft paints too, but I haven't seen anybody work with just house paints in all different colors. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting started on that. It seems like my next feat is I gotta get canvases. And now what I'm gonna do is, my colors. Let's talk about these colors. So, this is Art Pro Violet, Art Pro Sapphire, Art Pro Magenta, Art Pro White Gold. And I tried to remember not to get too much pigment powder down in there, and I can tell I have more violet and way less on the white gold. So on this one I got to make sure to give it a lot of resin, because it's important that you don't have too much pigment and not enough epoxy or resin. Plus, I need these to be light. I don't want them to be super heavy. God, I'm loving this stuff. It's like silk. Woo! I'm excited. I'm so excited. Okay. I think I'm gonna wait and put this on right before I start. And then I'm also going to be working with a heat gun, and in case that doesn't have the right force to blow the resin around like I want it to, then I have a blow dryer on backup. Oh my gosh, I am in love already. The consistency of the resin, like I'm not even talking about the color. This is my first chance getting to work with this stone coat product, and this stuff is like silk. It is buttery, and it just has this super pliable, workable consistency to it. And oh wow, I'm so far really impressed. That last resin, that UV resin that I worked with, I knew right away that I had made a mistake, because that stuff wasn't the brand I got was not healthy to breathe at all. And this has no odor. I'm not having to wear a mask, and it has this amazing buttery, creamy texture. It's just, I like it. I'm in love. I am in love. Let me see if I can, this next color, first one I did was the violet, and now I'm going to do this sapphire. And it is slightly lighter than the violet. It's more of a light shade of blue. And my intent is to get a line of the magenta in between, and then the white on one of the edges. I'm not sure. Who knows? Maybe I'll lace them back and forth when I lay them down. But I'm just stirring. I guess I should have done that. This is the sapphire. The last one that I did was the violet. Is that what it was? Yes, violet. Which, for me, it seems like it's very kind of blue, more like a midnight blue. But I've never worked with it, so until I see it dry and mixed with other colors, and I'm not even going to judge right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just learning. This is the magenta. I think this could use a little more. The other thing I think I need to do is switch to a popsicle stick, because this toothpick is so thin that I'm going to have to stir 10 times as much. And I don't want to be stirring all that time. I want to be playing. Oh, how fun. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, it's just... It's almost like iridescent pink, like fuchsia. It's called magenta, but I see shades of fuchsia and red in it, and oh wow. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Yeah, buddy. You guys don't even know, because I started watching videos on this months and months and months ago in October and November, when I was working on Christmas crafts. And I'm on a little bit of a budget, so I had to add supplies one at a time. it's taken me a while to get to where I had everything I needed for this. Now I could have given up one or the other, just done resin and not done acrylics, but I like them both. So this is like white gold, exactly what it said. It's almost like a pearlescent white, but it's got some gold in it. And then the next thing I want to do is, I want to see if I had a darker purple. This, I'm going to take some of this and put it over. Let me stir it first. I wanted more of a purple when I picked this violet, and I can see hues of violet in it, but I want more purple. So I'm going to take some of it to the side and bump it up. This purple is a bronze purple, and there's purple. Ooh, this one has more purple. Okay, never mind, I'm changing. I'm just going with the straight purple, Art Pros purple. It's a metallic purple, but in this package it was listed as purple. Good at getting this stuff on me. A smaller popsicle stick. And I have to, again, be careful not to add too much pigment, because it will prevent the epoxy from drying. I think I might just put the amount of color in that I want and add a little more clear to that. You only have to use too much one time, and then you know your lesson after that. Like, then you become a little bit, I have become a little bit paranoid of using too much, but it's because the wet product involved my cat. Alright. So I'm going to stir this up. Yep, there's that purple I wanted. Yeehaw! Oh, I'm super happy about this. But it definitely, I can tell, needs more. I'll learn to watch the camera, you guys. Sorry, I'm way new. And really, as stated earlier, right now these recordings are more about me having my notes for what I did, for my process. And I'm pretty brave, but for right now, my videos are remaining unlisted. And who knows? Maybe someday we'll put these up just for a laugh. Okay. Ooh, I'm so excited. But I have to remember to only put ribbons. So what I'm going to do is lay a line for where I want to work, because the ribbon of color is going to go in here. And then I can see kitty fur. I'm, with knowing I have 2 hours to play with. Oh my gosh, I have 2 hours. Woo! You may not have 2 hours, but I'm doing 2 hours. So, my intent is to get this on here in a little narrow ribbons. Alright. I'm going to see if I can zoom in. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry for shaking the camera. They call this bringing you down. I bring you down in it, I think is how they say it. It's so cute. There's really, I've got to say that, there's a lot of really neat artists on YouTube, and some of them are like great instructors and well-versed in all different types of media. Some are a little rough around the edges. Like I've turned on some videos and it starts off with this lecture, and if you didn't watch the video that the person's referring to, then you don't know why. All you know is that you're in the middle of being scolded. And it's really uncomfortable and scary, and so I'm kind of scared of them, so I'll just stay in my own lane. But I've learned a lot. Beautiful, beautiful art. There's just amazing artists, and in some of my little training videos that I've made for myself, I've mentioned some of their names, and right now I'm not going to attempt to because I don't want to get it wrong. But again, I'll just say I'm real grateful for them, because when all of us were being told to stay home and our lives changed dramatically for political reasons and whatever, that was a lot to take. And so having something like this, a craft to turn to, has been such a blessing. Wow. Oh my gosh, once it hits, you can really see the gold. Alright. I think I'm going to move these out of the way because we're getting ready to turn on the blower. I'm nervous, but I've been waiting a long time, so we're just going to get it on. And right now I'm just trying to get the resin warm. And now that I can see it kind of floating back and forth like a puddle, now I'm going to go high. You gotta be careful where you set that thing because it's hot. Alright, what do I got going on here? I'm gonna tilt it back a little. Boy, that resin's really warm. Woo, it's hot! Okay, so I'm gonna switch to a stick. Wow, I had no idea. Really what I want to do is just kind of get stuff moving like gases. Alright, and now I'm going to tilt it and I can deposit a little bit of this over here. So tilting is also a great way to get micas to move in a pattern that would be similar to what you would expect to see in space, you know, the waviness. to, I think, zoom out a little. This area. I think I want to blow it up that way. So I'm kind of blowing it back the other direction now. Okay, and now I just learned a lesson about getting it too close. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not, but I had it too close and you could see fumes coming off the resin, and that's a no bueno. This video is going to end up being everything not to do. And I'm okay with that. It's all part of the learning process. And that cough, that is from those fumes. Wow. Note to self. So, I'm not going to overplay that area. And I'll come over here and put some more clear down. And put another strip of ribbons. Okay. Boy, that glitter, I love glitter, but the glitter gets really pretty when the resin is over it. It just comes to life in a whole new way. Glitter with resin is just another level of beautiful. All right, torch up high, but there's a couple of air bubbles in here. I want to. Oh, the air bubbles. If it's not the air bubbles, it's the cat hair. All right. This time, I love that purple. I'm going to start there. Trying to get the resin to drip in a fine string. But you got to be quick and sure of yourself, and I'll get there. I can't even tell you how much I love this art coat, but it's now my favorite resin. I can just feel the difference. And I'm not going to throw any other resins under the bus or tell you which ones I've worked with, but there's just something about quality products, and I can feel the quality in this product. It's just creamy. I don't want it, honey is close, probably one of the closest ways to describe it, but it's more luscious than honey. And probably a little thinner. So I guess that's why they say warm honey. I'm learning. And some of this white gold, although I'm going to have to say it's, when it, on a black background, it's pretty much all gold. It just has a very gold look to it. Alright. I'm scared of the heat gun now. Don't get carried away. Switch to the blow dryer for a minute because I'm scared of the heat gun now. I think the heat gun might be better if I was using really thick amounts of resin, but I'm using a thinner amount. So got some air bubbles, some little ones, nothing major. So what'll end up happening afterwards is that once this dries, I'm going to put a layer over the top of it that'll cover everything. The other thing I'm really liking about the art coat is that inevitably, unless you're in a clean studio with a hooded vent, you know, or a HEPA, filter, you're gonna have hair in the epoxy, and I think that, or the resin, and what having the time to be able to get in there and get whatever it is out, and having the resin level back out is a nice feature that I wasn't getting with the resins that had a shorter time. Now who knows, maybe later I'm gonna need a fast resin, but yeah, that was a big booger. But for now, while I'm learning, This stone coat is the way to go because it's giving me the time I need. Let's see this. I'm not sure. I guess that's okay. I think I'm going to tip it. What I'm going to be doing is tipping this. Because of the way the resin sits up at the other end of the canvas, and because for the design, I want to try to put some wave in it. The reason I'm dragging is because it's kind of stuck and it didn't really look the kind of gassy that I wanted. I think I'm going to have to turn the blow dryer back on. Yeah, I'm a little blow dryer challenged. I'll get it. I think I need some chips and guacamole. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to cover up this little bugger right here because I did dig in a spot right there a lot. And it seemed to be leaving a dimwit. And that's the other thing. I don't want it on my orange planet. Trying to save it over here, and then I dug my finger in it. Get some more. It is thickening up a little bit, but it's still got plenty of time. I'm going to put the rest of it right here on my favorite orange planet to help push that other color off. Because I really didn't want the purple in there. And then I'm spreading it out because I don't want it to be in a thick clump on top of there. Because then when I get ready to clear coat the piece, I would have to raise all of the resin up that high to make it level. I think what I'm going to do is just maybe turn the heat gun on low to get it warmed up so that it spreads and thins out a little. I couldn't be more pleased about this Art Pro. Now I'm curious to try the rest of their products, and I wonder if they have an LED resin, because UV, you know, that you can put under the UV light and dry quickly. Because that stuff that I worked with earlier in part 1 of this, ugh. I owe my lungs an apology. Not just my lungs, though, because once you get that in your lungs, it's in your entire bloodstream, so big no-no. The good thing is, I don't have to use the LED light. I can do it out in the sun. So I may use that to coat my friend's turtle when I'm all done, because I can do it outside. Alright, yeah, I can mix them out again. So, I've got so much color over here that I'm just going to set this one off to the side, and I'm going to pick up another one that needs work, and I'm going to go right into that. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of it on this edge and a little bit over here, but I'm going to run thicker lines of it in the center to cover up that, boy, I should put a lot of hologram glitter in that. Whew. I'm going to stop this recording, and I will start this one as a part 3. And I think I'm going to be regloving.